I will talk about ODM rally from an aspect of political analyst. Though I can also talk of it as an ODM because I was a member of ODM, former member, when the ODM was being started in 2005. Generally, the ODM rally, I don't want to question how people arrived, but people came, whichever way, whether hired, transported, walked, flown, whatever, but people came. That is one thing. They came. Because one thing we have to agree is that even if it was transporting people, you can't transport somebody who does not have an interest. Number one, let us just be plain. Number two, even if it is transporting people, you can't transport somebody who does not want to go. So meaning, for you to be transported, you also want to go there. So they got people. But the intention was never achieved. According to what was sold through the media and through mobilization, the intention was never achieved. That is my general view. So maybe you can go why the intention was never achieved. Number one, when this thing was being heard through the media, and they were doing serious mobilization, and they were going around marketing this thing, it was tagged that Udoluo 111. So it was like a Luo declaration. It was not supposed to be a one-party affair. It was like they were bringing Luos together. So when you are bringing Luos together, not all Luos are in the ODM. I myself am not in the ODM. I'm in the Safina party. We have non-partisans who are the clergy. We have the Council of Elders. We have the members of the Fourth Estate. We have the different stakeholders like human rights, whatever. So if they meant that this thing was to bring Luos together, they could have called all these stakeholders from different parties. Then they could have discussed with the people, where do you want Luos to go? But that one was just the normal political rally of leaders speaking to people, not people speaking to leaders. They were talking to people, not people talking to them. Number two, that was an entertainment parlor. That was a purely entertainment parlor. How can you organize a forum bringing community together? Then you line up over 20 artists, and they are entertaining people. So ODM was as if what was having a Kisumu celebration, because there's nothing much which was said, nothing much which I picked from the leaders, rather than what we have been always hearing, that we are in government, or we are Baba left us here. So there was nothing new. They got the crowd, but they failed to use the crowd, and that is why there was some disgruntlement coming here and there. Another thing which came out, some leaders used it to show their political strength. Whether they paid some people to heckle others, or whether they were being heckled by Nini, but it was a showdown of who is more favorite, or who can be heckled and who can be praised, which was not the point. But as a matter of fact, some leaders left there fully annoyed. They were fully annoyed. I've talked with several of them. They were fully annoyed of how the program went on. Look at the instant when they were introducing the aspirants. It was a hell. Very many people. I saw what happened to my friend Richard Okendo, a whole honorable member of a county assembly. In fact, a majority leader, if I'm not wrong, was almost being crushed, rushing to go and introduce himself. If they wanted like that, why could they call the aspirant from Siaya to select to represent them to talk? Same to Kisumu. So there was a total confusion. They scored in the people, whether they were hired, which I've already said, or not. But the planning and how to address the people was a total mess. They never scored in that. There was no clear information which people who went there came back with. There was no new information which they came back with. Apart from others getting a chance to come all the way from Migori to Kisumu via tractor, which is very, very sad. Suppose it started raining along the way. How could we have saved the life of those people? I saw, in fact, schools made a catch out of it, because I saw almost 100 buses, meaning for the bus to come, the school had to be paid. So it was having good intention, but it ended in a totally failed and poorly disorganized function. Yes.
Speaking of those who were heckled, what display do you think were shown more so when they heckled someone like Wandai and Ojenda? Let's start with Wandai.
Okay, you know, me as a memo, if I've been heckled, I always take it positively. I ask myself 3 questions. Why am I being heckled? What have I done? And what should I do? Is there anything wrong I'm doing which does not go well to the people? Even if they are being hired to heckle you, your diehard supporter cannot be hired to heckle you. Meaning there's somewhere and something missing in the ground. The last time, there was a time Ruto told Mbadi and Wandai that Tigiwi. So those who are being heckled, if I've been told to tell them one word, is that Tigiwi. Call yourself into a meeting, then ask yourself, if somebody can be hired to heckle me, meaning this person is not seeing anything good in me. Somebody who is seeing good in you cannot allow himself or herself to be used to heckle you. But it is quite unfortunate. We should not go that way. We should not go a way whereby I gather some of my supporters to heckle somebody. We have freedom of speech. Just give that person a time to say what he or she wants to say. The decision remains to you. This person you are heckling, one day you might need him. And remember, for each and every mistake you do, consequences will follow you alone. Choices have got consequences. The only sad part is that that consequence will deal with you the way the consequence wants, not the way you wished it could have dealt with you. All choices have got consequences. The only thing you have is how to choose. But once you made a choice, there will be a consequence. Then the consequence will deal with you the way the consequence wants, not the way you want the consequence to deal with you. So some consequences will not treat you sweeter the way you want them to. It will be hard, but you'll have to go through it. Yes. You know, Wandai should ask himself several questions. This is the same Wandai whose his boss, the president, told Tigiwi. This is the same Wandai who has never gone to a successful rally without being heckled. This is Wandai who was donated as an expert. This is Wandai who, if he goes to all media stations, is always clueless. I think Wandai did a good thing in becoming a CS, but Wandai made a wrong thing, a worst thing in choosing to be the energy CS. He went into a field where he does not understand anything. You know, it is better to be a cook in a restaurant cooking well than to be a manager in a restaurant who does not know management skills. That cook will carry the day and manager will fail. So I think the mistake Wandai did in his political life was allowing himself to be the energy CS. He has no clue. He has no clue. So that is what is affecting Wandai. And this thing will haunt him forever. Because if you can be heckled at home, which support will you get from outside? And yet charity begins at home. So Wandai should be very cautious. Very, very cautious. If I were Wandai, I could have gone to the president and request from the president for a reshuffle into a cabinet slot where I can manage well Ameshindwa. The energy sector, he can't handle it. Because yesterday, the other day, we saw the fuel crisis. This is a CS who never even called for one serious press statement to address the issue. I never saw. This is a CS. So the best thing Wanga can do is to talk to the president, to give him a reshuffle where he can build himself. But if he's not careful, he's going to go down politically. Yes.
So what can you say assumption, like should people not go to these rallies because there's a lot of insecurity, the people are robbed, people are beaten up, and some are even stabbed in the event? Or
Even there was a claim of 100 million by
yes,
yes. So let us wrap all these things. Number one, in every 5 people in this country, one of them is a thief. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them is a thief. The other one is somebody who is not a thief but can steal when he gets that chance. Not the difference. In every 5 people, one is a thief looking for something to steal. We have another one who is not a thief, but if he gets that chance of stealing, he will steal. We have another one who is being influenced by the situation. If it's with the good people, he will be good. If it's with the bad people, he will be bad. Only 2 can be trusted. Even in your home. Hawa ni watoto umezaa na bibi yako. Ukiwa na watoto 5. Hawa ni watoto wako. Sio watoto wa majirani. Umewazaa wewe na bibi yako. Mbona unafunga pesa yako kwa chef? Watoto ni wako, bibi ni yako, wewe ndio umewazaa. But unakuta safe yenye bebeba pesa ya mama is under key and lock. So those are things which were expected. These were things which were expected. Not all who went there were going for the rally. Some were going for the opportunity to steal. Number 2, you have talked about people who are being stabbed. Remember, the Bible states clearly that a thief come to kill, a thief come to harm. So somebody called a thief, which I've told you one is a thief, if he misses something to steal, the only option is to harm. So that thing has to be there. Then we have this issue of which was articulated by Professor Tom Ogenda, the senior counsel, the senator for Kisumu, about money which is purported to that were given to MCS, 100,000 per MCA. Then we had 500 to 600,000 for the MPs. So this issue, I can say, number 1, who was telling this thing is Professor Ogenda. Who is Professor Ogenda? Is a lawyer, and not only a lawyer, a senior counsel. Who is Professor Ogenda? Is a senator in the ODM party. Today, if the crocodile come out of the sea and tells you that I'm from the sea, but hippopotamus is a snake, a lion who is not in the sea cannot convince you that crocodile is lying. So Ogenda say what he knows. And it was confirmed by a nominated MCA. I saw that one in the media yesterday through one of the media houses, and Regina Kisito, confirming that money was given. So the issue is, money was given, but some didn't receive, some received it less. But it is a shameful thing. If we can't trust our leaders with 100,000, how can we trust them to handle millions at the county? How can we trust them with millions in our counties? If we can't trust MPs with 500,000 or 600,000, how can we trust them to keep the government accountable through National Assembly? So it is a total shame. I even saw some people through TikTok who are tearing the t-shirts of the ODM, who are throwing the merchandises, claiming that you can't take me from my house at 4 a.m. in the evening up to 4:10 in the night and then give me 200, 300 shillings. So, number one, the Bible states clearly that two cannot walk before they are in the agreement. Those who are being transported or who are being supported to be paid, were they in an agreement that we are going there, we are going to pay you this, or we are going to do it out of the love? So, Ojeda spilled the beans. The issue is now, can party come out clean to clear the air? Yes. Can now party come out clean to clear the air, whether it's a false or fact? If it is a false, we are waiting the action they will take on Professor Jenda. Because if it is a false, that one turns into defamation of the party's name. If it is a fact, can they tell us who was giving the money and which MCS were given for accountability purposes? And Mike, if you can be told that 100,000 was given and it never reached the people, what about those who will want nomination from ODM? The way the 100,000 flew up is the same way your nomination certificate will flew up. Itapotea hivyo. So the party can still not be accountable. Up to now, I don't know whether I was in a meeting by the Registrar of Political Parties, Mr. John Cox, the whole day in the Reaction Plaza. So I can't say, but I don't know. Has the party come out in condemning this issue? Has they held any press conference? If no, why are they taking too long? Are they cooking things? If yes, what have they said? Which I'm sure they have not. If a common man has heard this thing, do you think this thing has not reached the party leader? Has it not reached the party chair? What are they doing? So it is clear that those people had generated crowds, which is not bad. After generating a crowd, after hiring a crowd, what are you selling to them? So this thing has also bring a bad blood between Mwananchi and their leaders. Because if I went there, suppose, and was never given anything, I will go at the neck of my MCA, nipatie pesa yangu. And maybe the money didn't reach the MCA. I heard Regina Kisito saying that Mheshimiwa Nyikal, after getting the news, was just sending 10,000 to MCS from Seme, which others also reverted back to him for a cover-up. What are we telling our people? No accountability. Yes. The ODM is confused. Why am I saying so? Always, when we are going to the table, they are saying they are going to with the UDA as equal partners. And equal partners means if you take the presidency, we take the deputy. And if these slots are there, they are being reserved for party leader or party chair. So this is the party chair who has already declared he's going to contest her seat. The party leader is going for the Senate. So do you think the issue that we are going to bargain for a 50-50 agreement is there? It is no longer there. Number two, do you think a goat can get justice in a court headed by a hyena? There's no justice there. How can we expect to compete against a party leader to get a nomination? And mark you, there are three legal ways of party issuing nomination certificates. Number one is through direct nomination. They have been allowed. Number two is through public participation, the nomination through by the public. Then number three is something which is being called, it is through research, where they said the popular candidate. So there are seats which are already been given direct nomination even before the nomination. You can't expect to contest against party leader and win and be given the nomination certificate. And that is what is now causing an uproar. And mark you, in the next 2-3 weeks or 1 month, you will see serious candidates coming out of ODM because they have sensed danger. Right now, if you are you are in ODM and you are planning to contest for Senate, you start looking for your party as early as now, or declare you are going on an independent candidate. Nobody will issue you with a certificate that you are going to run against the party leader. It can't happen. It is a very, very sad thing. Yes.
So do you suggest somebody, now that like you can see, for example, Kondele ward, we have like around 9 people who are contesting for the Kondele ward and then under ODM ticket. So will you advise them to channel their own way as early as possible, or they can still have hope?
You know, one of the history which ODM party has been known for is playing people at the nominations. That is why there was a slogan the other time of no mayor, no maya. It is either you are no mayor or no maya. So to avoid this no mayor or no maya, the best thing is start channeling your political pathway as early as possible. Because people are also people are also bright. They never elect parties, they elect individuals. What happens here is that ODM will push people. They will delay their nominations up to the limit whereby they are holding it right now. By tomorrow or tomorrow but one, the session of shifting from political parties has been closed. So wamekufungia. So they will hold their nominations up to the last day. So that when they have played you, you don't have an option of contesting. You'll be gone like that. So the best thing, start channeling your political pathway as early as now. Don't rely on this thing called ODM. That is my advice. It is not my wish to for ODM to die. With us as a FINA party, we want a free and fair competition. We don't wish our competitor to die. We want them to live up to the competition time. So I appeal to the ODM, can you organize your house? Can you put your house in order? Today I'm here, tomorrow I might be there. I don't wish to be where it is in a history party. ODM has been a vibrant party. ODM shall be a good party. But the way things are going, if they are not careful, they will go where Kanu was. Remember, Kanu was once a very powerful political party. Right now, if you ask people, political parties in Kenya, it will take somebody time to mention Kanu. I don't wish them to go that way. Let them organize, let them put the house in order, and we are ready for them through a free, fair competition without hooliganism and without shouting matches, but through agenda. Let us be best, do politics of agenda. Let us do politics of strategy. Let us do politics of building our people. We are tired of development of politics. What we need now is politics of development.